and welcome. My name is Charlotte and I am the High Heel Stitcher here on Flosstube and on Instagram. Welcome or welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. It is currently about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday the 3rd of May 2026. It's been about a month since my last video. I was hoping to come back 2 weeks ago, but we were mid round of myth, so I decided stitching was the priority for that. So today I'm going to show you my stitching for all of April and talk to you about my plans for May. There will also be a little bit of a life update and a little bit of haul in there. So let's get started. If you're new here, I am trying to do no new starts in 2026. So far, we are 4 months down and I have had no new starts, but May may be the month that breaks me, but we shall see. We shall see. So, in April, sorry, I didn't put down one moment. I did 7,221 stitches, which is averaging out about 241 stitches per day. I would like, my ideal would be 250 stitches a day, so I didn't quite hit that, but I was close. I stitched 24 out of the 30 days, no new starts, no finishes, and I worked on 5 projects. So let's show you what I worked on. No particular order. We will start with what I stitched on. Ooh, I'm missing one. It's over there. We'll start with that one. So, my focus for a finish pick last month to do at least 2,000 stitches on was Christmas Jumper Duo by KLT Charting. This one was started years ago, and I haven't actually stitched on it since October 2022, so it's been a long time. It shouldn't have taken me that long, so I will hopefully have a picture up of what it looked like, and this is how they are now. Look, I've managed to fully stitch Presley. I think there is just a little bit of backstitch missing around Ollie on the jumper, but Presley is stitched. Isn't he so cute? I just love the little Ollie on his jumper. So this got 2,636 stitches, so I did go over the 2,000, which is fine. I really love how he turned out. So he was stitched on for myth and he had 7 days. He went from 16.77% to 61.71%, so he's over halfway now. I just have Ollie to do. This is stitched on 18 count Peace on Earth by KLT Charting. So yes, this project I felt was potentially cursed. So when I picked it up, I noticed that, I don't know how, the last time I stitched on it I was rushing, but where it was here, I'd messed up round on his jumper round here and was one too short. No, I was one too high. I was one stitch too high from about here. So you can see that it jumps and it does like 5 stitches there. Yeah, I jumped and did 1 there and then went up again. So all of this was up 1. I have managed to fudge it, so it is now correct by over stitching, I think, a few of them, because I was not frogging out this whole section here. Absolutely not. I fudge, I do not frog. And then I was stitching the black of his face, and here on his beak, this black, as you can see, goes up. Yeah, no, I just stitched it straight across, so you can see that that top line of stitches is actually overstitched over the black, because again, I was not frogging out all that black. It wouldn't have been too much, because I think I noticed here when I was supposed to go down, but I would have had to frog out this whole block of black, and I didn't want to do that, so I overstitched it. It doesn't, I think back here you can't really tell, but close up you really can. But I am not frogging that for the sake of 5 stitches. I am, nope. So yes, I did start the white on Ollie, but then we got knocked out of Myth, so this went away. I absolutely love stitching on this. It's really nice block stitching and the fabric is just amazing. If anyone is interested, that is the back of Presley. Yes, he has, I think, just over 2,000 stitches left to finish that project, so it's not a huge amount to get that done if I focused on it. So that was my first project. Oh. The next project I worked on only had 1 day of stitching, and I've decided that I feel like I need some finishes. So this is now my out and about project. So when I take it to work, it's mostly just going to be my work project, I will work on this. And it is Pirate Ollie Owl by KLT Charting. I got this as a kit, but I have swapped out the fabric. So it came with 14 count Ada, and I've just swapped it out for a white 18 count. This only had 1 day of stitching and only got 162 stitches, so not a huge amount in my lunch break, but it's 161 more than it had before. So hopefully you will have seen a before picture, and that is where we are now. So I've finished his eye patch and moved up there, and I've started with the outline of his head and moving down to his body. This is a really nice, easy block stitching project, so it's easy for work. The plan is to get all the black done, black outline and that. First. yes, 162 stitches went from 6.51% to 12.50%. So it's not actually going to take that long to stitch. Really, if I could probably get this out in a weekend if I really pushed myself. But we're going to make it a work project. And this is in my Lion King bag that my sister made. My next project that I worked on only again had one day on it, and it's the one that I take to the stitchy meetups. So it is Feathers by Bothy Threads. Came as a kit, but I have swapped out the fabric because it does come with a 14 count Ada. I do love the speckles, but I can't deal with 14 count. So I have swapped it out for an 18 count The Grass is Greener by Coyote Charting. This got 104 stitches, and this is where we are. So this is where we are. Have it right around the right way. So I did, I think this bit around here, not a huge amount. So this came out when we went to make on the 18th of April. I love this fabric so much. This is going to get 2 stitchy sessions this month. We have got a make meet next Saturday, so it will come out then, and then at the end of the month on the 30th of May, Kim is hosting her second Coyote Charting day retreat, which I'm really excited to go, and we're going to meet some amazing people. So I'm really, really excited about that, because one of the people who is coming is an absolutely lovely lady called Amy, who you may have seen on Flosstube, all things cross stitch, who we've been chatting on Instagram, although admittedly I've been really bad and not actually messaged her for a while, so yeah, just me being a shit person. But yes, get to meet her, her friend Mel. Absolutely cannot wait, and all the usual suspects will be there as well. And I think these day retreats are so good that you do meet new people. And there is one lovely lady who came to the first one, who now comes to the regular make meets, and she is just such a lovely person. So Heidi, if you're watching, hi. Yeah, so anyway, back to this. Absolutely love this, love the fabric, and I just think it looks really good on there, and I have named him Bobby. So got that. The my last 2 projects are my monthly goal projects that I am trying to get to hit a set goal every month, so I have that, so I hit a yearly goal. If you've been here the last couple of months, you will know that that should be 3, but one of them did not get picked up in April, which I am fine with. But yes, and again, won't be picked up in May because I am doing Stitch What You Win When You Want, and I'm okay with it. So the first one I am going to show you is make sure it's not going to tumble everywhere. Partridge in a Pear Tree. Where's my cover? By Joan Elliott. So this was the project that I last stitched on in March, so the last few days of March, and then I just continued in the first few days of April to hit my April goal. Partridge got 4 days and we're 1,221 stitches. So I have now fully done 3 French hens, excluding the back stitch, and I have moved on to 4 calling birds. This block here is fully stitched, and I've even done the Krynic number 4. So if you can see that. I may have to put some pictures up, but I absolutely love stitching on this. This is a 32 count silver grey, I think, Zweigart. Yeah, silver grey by Zweigart, and I absolutely love stitching on this. It's now in Pattern Keeper, so I can tell you that this went from 22.01 to 25.37%, excluding the back stitch and French knots. So love that. Yes, really happy with the progress I am getting on that. And then my last project that I worked on that got the most stitches this month was my Middle Earth map. It got 3,098 stitches, and I've now reached over 20,000 stitches on this project, and I am so happy. And I got a page finish. So there we are. Let me see if I can put the board on. There we go. So this page, which is page number 7, is now fully stitched, and I have started moving up into page 2 and traveling down. So this is where we are at. Mostly this month I stitched this, which is basically just 2 colours. So I think the next page finish is that column there. So still quite a bit to do. I've done some more just down here. The plan is not in May, but maybe in June. Try and get quite a bit done on this. I'm going to work down this column and then go column by column for the 2 pages. So hopefully get it done a bit quicker. Well, it won't be a bit quicker, but just get some decent stitching in that. I'm really happy with how this has come along. I looked at it and I was like, I haven't really done much, but then I looked at a picture from the 1st of April, and actually it's done quite a bit. We've done about 7,000 stitches so far this year. So I am behind on where I want to be, because I think I need to get 36,000 done by the end of the year. So I really do need to pull my finger out to get it done. But if we don't get it done, it's not the worst thing in the world. So Robbie's just run downstairs. Oh, she's really not feeling well at the moment. She's come into heat and she's not feeling well. She doesn't cope well being on heat. So we are looking at getting her spayed We have to wait 3 months after she comes out of season, and then we'll get her spayed. So that is the plan. But yeah, she's not feeling too good at the moment, bless her. She doesn't like being dirty. She has to be clean, and she feels it's dirty. And we come in from going over the field and it's a bit muddy, or in from the garden, she will wash her paws in her water bowl and then just stare at the water bowl because now the water's muddy. So you put your dirty paws in there. But yeah, she's such a funny dog. So yes, they are all my stitching for the month of April. Stitch from stash. So I started the month on a balance of £32.94. My budget is £20 a month. I am counting that page finish on Middle Earth Map as like a mini finish to go in my stitch from stash, and each page finish is £10. So finishes or page finish is £10. Destash, I destashed £44 worth of stitchy stuff, and I made £33 worth of purchases. So my carried forward figure is £73.94, which is really good because I got the Bella retreat in a few weeks' time. So that may be spent there, but we will try and not go crazy. But I am very much, if I see it, I want it, I buy it. I can't control myself at retreats, so yes. We will do, so plans. As I said, I'm doing stitch what you want when you want. In May, I have pulled out my Kaleidoscope Hippo by Kelty Charting. I really do need that done before the 20th of August this year, so I can have a new hippo start. Every year on the 20th of August, a few of us have a new start which is hippo themed for our friend Erica, who sadly passed away, and that is the anniversary of her passing, so we start a new hippo project every year. My one for last year was Kaleidoscope Hippo, and ideally I would like that finished before I start my next one. I am most likely going to be doing Hipposphere by Kelty Charting, but that is not set in stone. But again, that's for a few months' time. So yes, stitch what you want when you want. My two focuses this month are going to be my Bellas, so Mayari and Hollyberry Pixie, because I really would like to finish one of them. I love them so much. They're both coming with me to the Bella retreat in a few weeks, so they will get stitched on. I have fully digitized the Hollyberry Pixie chart, so it now works in Pattern Keeper, and I am in the process of doing Mayari, so that one will be compatible in Pattern Keeper. It does take time, but I feel like it is worth it that it actually works in Pattern Keeper. And then the other thing that I would like to stitch on is going to be, I'm still going to do my focus for a finish. So I am going to pick my next chest. So we will do that now. So they are kept in this bag. I apologise if you can hear my husband, he's downstairs making quite a bit of noise. Anyway, so in here, my little chests. So the last chest that I picked, which is there, was my Christmas jumper duo, so they are not currently in the bag. So this is the one that I've picked. And we have got Kaleidoscope unicorn. Oh, so we're doing kaleidoscope hippo, kaleidoscope unicorn, and 2 bellas. So it's the month of pairs. So there we go. Means that goes there. My Christmas jumper duo gets put back in there. Oh, wouldn't it have been funny? Because kaleidoscope hippo is actually in here. If that one got drawn. So. No. Where is that? Oh, that one is actually, I think, already out. No. No. Here we are. Kaleidoscope unicorn, sorry for the zip. That is what it will look like when it is done. This I brought as a kit, and again swapped out the fabric. That's the dogs barking out in the garden. Oh, that was a needle minder. I don't know which one. I will grab it before Sarabi comes back up. And that is as far as we have got on kaleidoscope unicorn. So hopefully I can get the full front done and move on to the head and the mane. Yes. What one was it? Don't know. Find it later. So that is my focus for a finish. Mayari looks like this. She is massive. She's part of the 3 deities, but I am not doing all 3. I am just doing this one. And here she is. So I'm hoping that at the retreat I can work up on her wings, finish the wings, and then maybe, where are we? Oh, finish off this sash and her dress up here, and maybe move on to the skin and her hair. I am charting this for 1/1 skin. I may regret that because I know that I have said in the past I ain't got time for that. But where I am recharting it in a software, I'm charting it for 1/1 skin, so hopefully it won't be as confusing. My other Bella Hollyberry Pixie. And this is how far she is. I really love how she is looking. And no, she is not 1/1 skin. I did not stitch her. That I actually started her before I recharted and put her in pattern keeper. So she is going to be normal 2/2. So yes, those are the projects that I will be working on. Oh, Kaleidoscope Hippo is actually downstairs, so I can't show you because that is actually being worked on at the moment. So, that was my plans for May. we will move on to haul, and then we will do a life update. But I did want to just shout out, or do a few shout outs, but basically I'm still so far behind on my Flosstubes that I'm watching ones from the beginning of March and it's now the beginning of May, so I am 2 months behind. I do watch a lot. I don't really comment. I watch it while I stitch and while I'm in the office before work. So I do need to watch more and not doom scroll, because that doom scrolling is very bad at the moment. But yes, the ones that I have been watching recently, the usual Stitchy Sally, nicolasimplyastitchertche, Lauren Cross Stitch Bunny, Keely Cakes and Stitches, then I've the lovely Amy, all things cross stitch. Really enjoyed watching her February, lovey-dovey February. And now that she's not doing the daily videos, I'm just like, oh, where's my daily dose? Although I wasn't watching her daily. As I said, I'm still like so far behind that it was, I was watching and it was just like every other video was just like, oh, it's Amy. Two that I don't think I've mentioned before. One I've been watching for a while and the other one is new to me. So the one that I've been watching for a while is the lovely Kerry Colourfully Cross-Stitch. She's got some really lovely projects and she does book recommendations at the end of her videos, and I've got a note on my phone with some of the ones that she's recommended, and I've just actually done nothing with them. They've lost in the void of my notes because I just don't have time really. I do have time to read, I just doom scroll instead, so need to stop doing that and actually start reading or just listening, because I do have quite a few audiobooks in my library that I do need to read. And then the other one that is new to me, who has recently come back to Flosstube, I believe, and that is RosieXstitches. So yes, yeah, just check them out. Really enjoy all their videos. So life update. I know not everyone likes a life update, so haul and life update, I know not everyone likes them, so if you are leaving me now, thank you very, very much for watching. What's wrong? What's wrong? Do you want out? You want out, please? Don't scream. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, I know you're not feeling well, are you? We got a couple of baby grows from Asda and we've just cut holes for the tail. She's been living in them for the last few days. Just to help a little bit. So, anyway. Haul. And get down. Yeah. Go on then. Be good. Good girl. I know. Haul. Again, where I'm doing stitch from stash, I don't I'm trying not to buy very much. The few things that I did get, so I got the next instalment of The Year in the Woods, which was the skunk. There. I got some fabric from Vinted, and it's called Oil on the Water, and it's a county charting piece. It's sparkly. It's 28 count sparkly Brittany and 18 by 26. I think I got this for like 12 quid. Oil on the Water, which is a very, very pretty purple piece. And when I brought it, I didn't actually realise that it was sparkly. The picture was not the best, but when it arrived, I went, oh, sparkly. And then the only other thing that I got was yesterday when my sister and Nat went out for like a little morning trip. We went to a local craft charity shop and then went out for breakfast. But next to this charity shop, a few ones down, is just a craft and wool shop, and they have loads. She's pushed down something. They sell like a small selection of mill heels, and they had loads of wool and a few kits. And one of the kits is one that I've been after for a long time. I haven't found anywhere else, and it is called Poppyfield, and it's by DMC. And this was £20 for this kit that I think is pretty much, I think this is discontinued because I haven't found it anywhere. It comes with 16 count Ada, and I believe it's a full coverage, so that I'm really looking forward to stitching. That I will be putting the pattern into Pattern Keeper and recharting it, so it is compatible. So yes, that's literally all my haul. I did have a couple of extra little bits, but they are for the exchange in a few weeks at the Bella. So actually, yeah, it's great. I'll show you. I'll show you a couple of bits. So I got this bee bag for the exchange. There was it's also, I brought this bothy kit. So one of the prompts was something with bees, something was what reminds you of summer. She's just stolen some tissue paper, which is fine, she can shred that, I don't care. Something that is something that's hard, so I got some scissors, something yellow I think, and I got some Bring Me Sunshine KLT charting threads. So yes, they will be wrapped up and put in the exchange. I am waiting for a couple of other things to arrive, and I do need to go to B&M for something as well. My last piece, my last thing that I want to show that I brought that is not cross stitch related but is amazing, and I think Amy will really like it if she watches this far. So it's not cross stitch related, it's not stitchy related and anything, but it is Egyptian themed related, and it's from the Mummy movie 1999. amazing movie. And it is this Loungefly backpack. I mean, look at that. The Book of the Living. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely love this bag. I've not taken the cardboard off the back, but there's like hieroglyphs on the straps. So yes, this is the Book of the Living. And last year I did get the Book of the Dead. So we have the Book of the Dead, and now we have the Book of the Living. So yeah, the zipper pull has the key, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I love it. They will be living on the top of the bookshelf, which holds my shoes. So yes, love them so much. Just making sure she's not speaking to herself. Yes, haul and non-stitchy haul. Next, life update. So not a lot has happened. We've had a make meet, which was really good. I didn't stay all day. Couldn't leave the dogs all day. Daryl's working, which is fine. Last week I had opticians, and I've brought some new glasses, which I will be picking up next week. They are for distance. My eyes a couple of years ago went really funny, like really dry. So Abby, leave it alone. I know, it fell. Good girl. Went to the opticians. They said my eyes were in good health apart from just being that little bit dry. So recommended some eye drops. Took the eye drops. That made my eyes go really funny. So like funny, they went quite blurry, and that, so went and spoke to the opticians again. They said the eyes are fine, but it's just that the eyes are just getting tired. My left eye is bad, but my right eye is really good, and the right eye was compensating for the bad eye, and I think it just got too tired, so it was then overworked, so it sort of stopped overworking. So I got some glasses. Then a few 6 or so months after that, I got a really bad cold virus infection. I was in bed for 2 weeks. Just slept basically for 2 weeks. And after that, because I didn't do anything apart from pretty much sleep, stay in bed in a dark room for 2 weeks, sort of my eyes were able to relax and they refreshed, and then it was fine. I didn't have to wear the glasses. I spoke to the opticians about it, and they said, no, if you're fine, that's not a problem. It's not a legal requirement. My eyes aren't that bad that I need to wear them for driving, so they were fine. Recently, my eyes have been getting dry again, so I got some more drops, which have helped. And then my eyes have sort of got, it wasn't as bad as it was last time, but they've got a bit fuzzy again. So I was like, oh, maybe I should go back to wearing the glasses. So I did, but I was getting headaches. And then I got an email to say your next eye appointment routine is due soon. And I was like, ah, that's good timing. So I had the appointment last week. I said my left eye is still really bad. My right eye is a little bit worse than it was, but it's not drastically worse. Apart from, my eyes are in really good health. It's just the right eye is pretty much done compensating for the bad eye, which is understandable. So they updated my prescription and I am getting those glasses next week. And I went for reaction lenses so I can wear them. I don't have to get a second pair and I can wear them driving. Because again, it's not, my eyes aren't that bad that I need to wear them driving legally, but it does make things just a little bit clearer. So, yes. What else? We're still okay-ish after the brother-in-law situation, and that we have, so I don't really want to talk about money, but basically we pay for the funeral. We don't really have the money to pay for said funeral, but thankfully brother-in-law's mates, football mates and all that, set up a GoFundMe, and we did manage to get that money. So we got, so the funeral in total was just over 4,000 and we got given 3,200 from the GoFundMe, which we are so grateful for, so grateful for. We are paying the rest of it off, but I want it done. Sorry, that was a fly. Sooner rather than later. So I will be at some point in the next few weeks. Pretty much just I'm gonna destash a lot of my stuff. I have come to realise in the last few months that life is very, very short, and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's round the corner, and I have stuff in my stash that I am never going to stitch, but there is going to be people out there that will want to stitch it, so there's no point me hoarding those kits or those charts or the fabric if somebody else is going to use them. So I am going to be destashing, and I will be using 3/4 of what I make. I am going to pay off what we've not paid off yet of the funeral. So the other 1/4 of it I am going to use it for myself. I am considering getting the table clamp from Lowry, so I don't need to then lug a Lowry with me everywhere I go for my stitching, because it is big, it is clumpy, whereas the table clamp I think would be a lot easier to move around and transport. So that is the plan, is I will be destashing. Majority of it will go against the funeral loan, and then the remainder will be going towards something that I want. So if you have watched me this far, then thank you very much. I am hoping to try and get back in a next couple of weeks for my mid-month update, and then a couple of weeks after that will be my end of May update, which will have the Bella retreat in it. So I'm hoping to come back in a couple of weeks, but it all does depend on how much time I get stitching. And I am hoping to have a bit of reading in there as well, so I may talk about that, but I've got to actually read stuff. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you are all safe and well, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye.